Yes, guys, welcome back to SFeatley F1, and we're here for the Watchalong, but for the round 14 of the FIA Formula One World Championship in 2022. It is the Belgian Grand Prix at the legendary and infamous Spa-Francorchamps, the new adapted Spa-Francorchamps, and I'm actually going to go back on the F122 game to see if they've done the updates on it. But I'm going to bring Adam into the fold. How you doing?
I'm good, Stephen. How are you?
I'm not bad, not bad. I'm looking forward to this Grand Prix. It should be an interesting one. We've got numerous people, drivers. Some drivers are out of position at the front. Some position are out of position at the back. We'll see how it goes. So we'll start with the grid order for this Grand Prix. The live timing is not working again on the laptop, so I'm actually going to see if I can get it on my phone. So let me just have a look. Live timing. Sign in. Make sure you hit the like button and the subscribe button as well. Right, so yeah. Right, so I'm getting a bit of feedback on. There was a little bit of feedback. So let me just see if I can get back in on the laptop. If not, we'll just go with the grid order as it is. No, it's not. It's not. I don't know why it doesn't let me do it. Don't know why. See, it's doing it on my phone quite easily. Right, let me see if I can. I'll go back to Google. Oh, hang on. Join the live session. Joining live. Get live timing data. Sign in. At SFE. No, I don't know why. Some days it works, some days it don't. So today it's not working. So we'll just just got on my phone. You can see that live timings on the phone. So we'll get live commentary for there. So radio commentary. So we'll get radio messages coming in from the drivers. Don't forget, all radio messages are going to be about 30 seconds delayed from when it was actually said. From actually what's so you've got to think of back probably maybe half a lap to think of when that was relayed to the driver and when the driver is related to the team. See, as we see Hamilton getting prepared, starting fourth after everyone's engine penalties. We have a very reliable engine, Mercedes. It's just not very fast compared to the Red Bull and the Ferrari. Don't forget Red Bull having their own works car. Adam, have you heard? Obviously, everyone's talking about 2026. What have you? Do you know much about the new rules for the next in 2026?
I don't know much of the new rules. All I know is it's gonna be a new, uh, obviously, era, and that Audi are gonna be I think they're joining in 2026. It
Yeah,
could be.
Audi have confirmed they will be joining Formula One in 2026.
Yeah.
Well, basically, it's not so much here. It's all part of the target of being. It's all part of the being the goal to become carbon neutral by 2030. 2026 involves the taking away the MGUH, which could bring back turbo lag because they use the MGUH as immediate power because you can either store it and you get turbo lag, or you can use it immediately to eliminate it. So you could see a return on that. But at the moment, 2026 looks like it's going to be the key change is sustainable fuels. F1 in 2026 will be using self-sustainable fuels that are road car worthy. So if they can prove the technology works without any problems in these cars, they will be able to transfer these sustainable fuels for the road industry. So again, taking a massive step forward, being the pioneer in technology in Formula in the road car industry.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot to look forward to coming into that season. Obviously, we've had the grid changes. We've had the circuit changes. Rouge has been, I think, resurfaced and the barriers widened. You also have gravel traps now back at turn one. So it'll be interesting going into turn one how each driver approaches this, because beforehand you see a load of drivers hit the escape road to avoid anyone being hit. Now you can't do that. You've got turn turn one's got a gravel trap right next to it, so you can't go down the escape road. If you do, you have to go around the outside of the actual gravel trap, because the actual runoff road is behind the gravel trap. So it means you can't gain an advantage.
Yeah.
Whoa. Don't know why that was coming on. Let me have a look. That was on 5 Live. Can I just turn the live radio coverage? There you go. So yeah, I'm just So right, just done. Right, that should stay as it is. But yeah, like I said, is they've got gravel traps. Pouon, which is the as you come out of 14, 13, 12, turns 10, 11, which is a literally downshifted gear. That's got a gravel trap along the outside, so if you catch it wrong, you go straight off. There's also a gravel trap at, I believe, Blanchimont, which is the second to last corner before the second the corner before the last chicane. So that it's to not so much promote safety, which is what the FIA have done with the Rouge, but also to promote like experience for the fans. Like for example, so this time drivers can't get away with being like for locking up a brake or something like that, right? Which is what you want. These are the best drivers in the world. If you are going to make a mistake in the pinnacle of motorsport, you should be punished. I've always believed that. So having gravel traps, I've always said gravel traps, yes, you might have a tendency to roll, but usually it slows the cars down a lot more than it does in than a runoff area.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna see how this we'll see how the rest of this race pans out, because Ferrari need to win this Grand Prix.
Yeah.
They need to win this Grand Prix. There's no other choice. They've got to, and they can't win it with Sainz. They need to get Leclerc past Verstappen, right? I mean, and then also then go and try and get him as high as possible up the grid. Like, because yesterday, I couldn't work out why they were using Leclerc to tailgate Sainz, to give Sainz the toe.
Yeah.
But what we've realised is that what we've realised is that how do I put this? The most we've realised is that I'm trying to think of the words I'm saying. Is that obviously Leclerc's got the penalty to come, so that's probably why they went with the strategy the way they did. So yeah, but there you go. We'll have to wait and see. Big up everyone that's watching. Get your questions in. Get your comments in. Let me know what you're thinking, what you're feeling. Let me know what you want to learn. Right? I am I don't want to beat myself up, but when it comes to F1, right, give me a rule book and I will literally learn it off the back of my hand. So
He's like
there
the
you go.
Elon Musk of F1.
No. I'm just a walking encyclopedia. Right. Now, football opinion, okay, I have my own opinion. I'm getting feedback on your mic.
I'll go get my laptop quickly.
Yeah.
It might take about 5 minutes though, because it's upstairs.
No, it's alright. I'll drop you out and then you come back in. Right. So yeah, as we said, we're gonna bring you live timing, schedule, Belgian Grand Prix. Gonna go all the way down. Gotta look at the circuit. So we got to look at the circuit first of all. Plus, if you are watching Formula One for the first time, just come and answer a question. I mean, there's loads of questions you can answer, man. Right. So let's have a look. Albon 2020 going around the outside of Perez in 20. Do you know what? They showed the end at Radion, I believe it is. Let me have a look at the circuit. Circuit. So Leclerc. Yeah, Leclerc, you got that famous overtake with Mika Hakkinen, so I don't know what they were showing at. You got Blanchimont. So we start at turn 1, which is obviously La Source. You come round that hairpin, down the old pit straight, which is now used for support races, through Eau Rouge, that little kink, 2, 3, and 4. It's completely uphill. If you're lying down, all you see is sky. All you see is the sky as a driver, and all of a sudden you've got to shift left. Right? You've got to pick a moment where you've got to shift left. Right? So that's it's completely flat as well. And then you go down the Kemmel Straight, which is a DRS zone, into Lecom. Right, Pouron is turn 10, 11 here in the blue sector 2 section. You've then got, after that, you've got Campus turn 14, which then goes back from turn 14 all the way up to turn 18, 19, which is where the chicane is before the final straight. That is all completely flat as well. But unfortunately for F1, you can't use the DRS zone in sector 3 because Blanchimont, you need the downforce. Which if you turn a car without any rear downforce but loads it down the front downforce, you will just spin the car around with oversteer. Simple. So so that's what to look out for. The starting grid. For this Grand Prix. So we have It should be on the screen as well, by the way. So let me have a look at the. Join the live session now. So live leaderboard. Okay, that didn't work. Results. So the starting grid is Carlos Sainz, Sergio Perez, Fernando Alonso, Lewis Hamilton in 4th, Russell 5th, Albon 6th, Ricciardo 7th, Daniel Pierre Gasly in 8th. You've got Lance Stroll in 9th, Sebastian Vettel in 10th. That's the 2 Aston Martins in the top 10 there. Latifi gets his Williams up into 11th. Obviously, there have been a lot of penalties coming in into this Grand Prix. Magnussen 12th, Valtteri Bottas 13th. Now, Max Verstappen, who did take pole, who did set the fastest time in qualifying by the end of the session. Because of that, he will have to take, though, a 10 grace bid penalty for engine penalties, same as Leclerc. So 14th and 15th is between them two. 16th is Ocon. But actually, that's got. So actually, what was happening there is actually completely wrong. Alright, so let me have a look at. Sonoda's starting from the pit lane, that's why. So Sonoda's starting for the pit lane. So it was going to be that, but Sonoda's had to start from the pit lane. That's why he's down there. So we're going to just change that banner, the overlay now, since we are green at the minute. We are green with the formation lap. It's lovely onboard shot of pole sitter Carlos Sainz starting on the softer of 2 tyres. And you can see, like, the driver's eye view, not a very good viewing point, I'd say. But he's he needs to really back up the grid here because no one's gone with him. Look, the Perez has only just come round. Alonso's only just come round. Hamilton's only just. He's have to back the field up a lot here so otherwise he will be sitting at the in his grid slot for a good number of for about a minute and a half, which will boil the crap out of your engine. But there you go. We'll see how that turns out. Yeah, so here we go. We're going to go into it very soon right now. Let me just get the phone on charge as well so it can stay on charge. So everyone now forming up on the grid. Let me quickly get a drink. Right, green flag, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's lights out, away we go. Sainz gets a good start. Perez has to try and cut off Alonso, and now he's under threat between Hamilton around the outside. Hamilton gets himself into 3rd. He takes Perez. Alonso's up to 2nd. Perez too focused on Alonso there, trying to cut him off, and all of a sudden he's now behind both him, Russell and also Hamilton as they all come down the Camel Straight. Hamilton will try and go around the outside of Alonso. Oh, Hamilton's hit Alonso. Oh, well, and then the Stroll's in the gravel trap as well. Jesus Christ. Hamilton took a big hit from Alonso there. He's still carrying on. Oh, Verstappen's just gone around the inside of Leclerc into the turn before Prix. I'll be surprised if Hamilton's still being able to continue. Yeah, Hamilton's now got real issues here. He's backing up the whole pack. Hamilton's gone. Hamilton's dropped out. Hamilton's out. Hamilton is out of the race. He had such a good start and he goes round the outside of Alonso. I want to see a replay of that. I don't think Alonso gave him any fucking room whatsoever.
He has to be the most unlucky driver on the grid right now.
Who?
Hamilton.
No, I don't think he got any room from Alonso there. I really don't think he did.
I need to see the replay.
I want to see a replay because I don't think he fucking got one bit of fucking room. And if he doesn't, he gets a fucking penalty because he had a legitimate right to go around the outside there. He had a legitimate right because he was ahead of him going into the corner. Is it yellow flag at set to 3? That'll be Hamilton. That'll be Hamilton. Fuck's sake. Oh, and the Williams are taken out on the Alfa Romeo. Latifi. It's taken out Valtteri Bottas. Bottas sometimes has had the most rotten of luck. Latifi goes wide, loses the back end, and then collects Bottas. Latifi, what is this guy doing in Formula 1? Safety car deployed. Safety car deployed. Hamilton with a broken, fucked Mercedes. Where's the replay?
Max has gained a lot of positions.
Oh, of course he will. He always bloody does. Yeah. But hang on. I could quite easily say, but yeah, he's got the faster car. Right? Do you know what I love? Is when Hamilton does that throughout the grid, everyone says, well, he's got a faster car. What did you expect? Right? When fucking Max Verstappen does it, everyone's like, fucking, oh my God, it's the next coming of the Lord. There we go. So we've got the race start. Everyone gets a good start. Perez is too worried about Alonso. Alonso goes steaming up the inside. Hamilton hangs it round the outside of him to take third. Beautiful move by Hamilton. So Hamilton gets the drag, gets the toe from Alonso. It follows all the way up. Come on, let's stay with it. Stay with it. Stay with it. Right, now I want to see it. Coming down the Kemmel Straight, Hamilton's got the toe. He's got the toe. He's going to try and go around the outside. He hangs it around the outside. He's got a legitimate right. He's got a legitimate right to the corner, man. So he's side by side. He's side by side. That wasn't the smartest move, Lewis. That wasn't the smartest move, mate. Oh, fuck. And I tell you what, that's going to hurt his back. I'll tell you that. Fuck the porpoising. Fuck. That's going to hurt. Luca, this is a Formula 1 show. Like, you want to talk to me about getting Villa fans or something? Call me. Or message me. Like, not when I'm in the middle of an F1 live stream. Yeah, I thought he did. To be. Look, mate. Look, I'll give you that one. I think Lewis took too much. I think Lewis just took too much of the corner. See, look, I can be objective. Right, I can't not be delusional. Right. Because I thought Alonso would have turned out the steering a little bit and try and force him off, but it's more the other way around. So Hamilton's got to really look at himself on that one.
But Latifi,
as much as I love Hamilton, he's got a. It is a shame. It is a shame, mate. Like, because he had a good start. Leclerc's coming in. Is he? Is he coming in? Wow, Ferrari acting with Leclerc. Leclerc is in the pits, and they're doing it now.
It's a bit early.
No. Why? They've already gone round one lap with the safety car. Everyone's now caught up with each other, and now they're doing it.
Who is Ferrari?
Never called you delusional. I don't. Both do. Doesn't expect Alonso to step. Yeah, mate. Look, no, mate. I know you don't call me delusional, mate. I know you don't. So, if you've got time, mate, Luke, you can more than jump on. I'll drop the link in the chat, mate. And you can have a debate on it. But like, soft tires could degrade. Yeah, they could do. But I'm just wondering why they've got round a lap with the safety car before deciding to pit. Surely you want to do that as soon as the safety car comes out, so you don't lose so much time being bunched up. That's the thing I'm getting from that. Like Latifi, like honestly, like Hamilton lost the title. Hamilton lost the title because you decided to be a dick. Like basically, because you can't control a car. I'm out soon, but defo this season. Yeah, Dutch Grand Prix or Italian Grand Prix. You know I'm doing a live, mate, so you can jump on. Apparently he had issues with brake cooler. Yeah, so you'll be able to hear the commentary. I'm still struggling with the commentary. Right, let's have a look at right, let's have a look at Hamilton's radio. That's it. Let's try that again, shall we?
Okay, so the safety car is in this lap. Safety car is in this lap. We can have Strat 6 and Mode 3.
Oh, and here comes Russell.
Strat 6,
Hang
Mode
on.
3.
Here comes Russell. He's going to have the toe on Perez here. Go on, Russell! Go on! Go after him! Go on, Russell! Oh shit, here comes Alonso. Oh my god, how is Perez been able to get away? That engine is shit! Why have we gone from having the best reliable engine with the most power to the one that can barely keep up with a Red Bull? Right? When back in 2014, they couldn't even get theirs to work. Fuck me, man.
So, at the moment, we're seeing a bit of a pressure down on the front axle.
That was Alonso. He's probably reporting back some of the issues he sustained with the hit with Hamilton. Steve Mason, glad Belgium is back next year. Of course, Belgium's going to be back next year, bro. Right? There'll be a fucking riot by the fans if that happens. Right? I'll be rioting. Right? I'll be like, hashtag bring Belgium back. Trust Le Plus. Oh, shut up. Mate, Arteta can thank his lucky stars. That's all I'm saying. But here you go. Here comes Max Verstappen on. That will be Daniel Ricciardo. You see, look. I'm sorry, man, but.
Just keep me updated if you see any other arrows.
Hang on. Why can't I just play it when I want to? Oh, listen to autoplay. There you go. Right, so this is what I don't. This is what I hate. Every fucking you see them all there. They're all sitting there going, "Look at Max Verstappen. He's up from 14th to fucking 6th. Absolutely brilliant." Yeah, when Hamilton used to do it in his Merc, everyone said, "Oh, it's the fucking car." That's what I can't stand. Cheers. Anyway, Sainz leads 1.5 seconds in front of Perez, who's got Russell 1.5 behind. And to be fair, right, Russell is in a car that's probably not going to be as good. It hasn't been as good all weekend. They put a new floor, new front wing, a new rear wing on the Merc, and for some reason they haven't performed. And look at this. You've got Verstappen. He's going to try and make the move on Vettel. Oh, Vettel, come on, man. I've got a feeling Max is going to win this. I have got a feeling this. It will be him to win it, innit? No further action between the incident between Alonso and Hamilton. Yeah, I'll give him that one. If anything, to be fair, it is Lewis's fault. He took too much of the corner. What the fuck? Alonso, you're a mug. Mate, mate, you're a mug. You've never liked Hamilton from day one. From 2007, you've never liked him. If that was Hamilton, he'd be fighting tooth and nail. Right? Tooth and nail for that position. And he's just giving it to him. Jesus Christ. Sorry, if I meant, no, don't worry, man. Hello, Stephen. How you doing, mate? Big up, Paul. I hope you're doing well, man. I'll be a lot better if Hamilton was in this race, but there you go. I'd love to see Max Verstappen try and get past him. And now, if we're looking at this, we're looking at what Leclerc, is he going to get down the inside? No. Oh my God. Leclerc is nowhere near this. Look, they're all getting... He's stuck in the DRS train here, man. What are Ferrari doing, man? And now Max has gone past fucking Russell. He'll get... Like, Perez will let him by because Perez has to, because he's not allowed to fight for this title either. Right? And then he'll go after Sainz and take the lead. What is wrong? I mean, seriously, we used to have that engine down to a T. The engine department, the power unit department at Mercedes was the pinnacle. Now we can barely keep up with anyone in a straight line. Fuck, you know. Goal, Charles Leclerc. Is he going to take it? Yes, he does. Come on. Charles, you've got to get a move on, man. That's it, Leclerc. Go on. Go on, Leclerc. He should get the AlphaTauri here. Oh, he ain't go around the outside of Blanchimont. No, no. High degradation on Sainz's car already. That's always been a problem with Ferrari. I think their tyre temperatures never get in sync, which is why they struggle. So Sainz, Leclerc's now up to 14th, nearly out of this DRS train as well, which is being held up by Magnussen. Down the Campbell Straight, it will be Lando Norris getting in front. Yes, it will. Lando Norris gets past. So Lando Norris, you can see, that's it. Magnussen locked up a little bit going into the chicane. And Norris will get a better exit. Didn't get him really down into turn 1, so we'll get him down the Campbell Straight. Simple enough. Because Magnussen would have had to have covered the turn 1. Let's have a look at these tyres on. They don't look pretty on Sainz's car already. God's sake! If I'm telling you, if Mercedes had that car, right? I'm telling you now, Red Bull would not be so far ahead. Right? Just because of how well drilled a machine the Mercedes boys usually are. If they had Ferrari's car, Max would not be 80 points clear in the championship. I'm telling you now, it'd be a three-way battle between him, Leclerc. It would be a three-way battle between him, Lewis, and Russell. But at the moment, Sainz is just not doing it. And both Red Bulls are now catching the leader. He's only just over a second, Perez. He'll get DRS soon. Whereas Leclerc is going to get past. He's going to get past Magnussen into 12th. Yes, he does, and gets that move done into Leclerc. Now, what do Red Bull do here? Do they just let him race, or will Perez have to be let by? Or Perez have to let him by? Don't know. Let me drop the link in the chat. If anyone wants to come on and talk about what we're watching and any questions, hit the link. Yeah, the problem is that they said before the race that people don't really know what the degradation is, because like practice 1, 2, most of the practice sessions have been damp conditions, so they've been struggling a bit to be able to get the track time in so they can work out a proper strategy. But at the minute, both Red Bulls are catching Sainz. Well, at the moment, Sainz is quite happy with Perez being there, but Max, I'm sure, is going to be... I'll give you 2 guarantees. I'll bet you Max takes in this lap. Oh no, Perez says, no, I'm not having that. That's it, go on, start fighting each other, please. Why not? I mean, Perez is only 5 points off Leclerc, right? So we're still saying Leclerc still needs in this title race. Then so is Perez. He has a shout. He's allowed a claim to win the title. So why can't he do it? Right? But I bet you they give up the place. I bet you Perez gives up the place. I guarantee it. Oh yeah, there we go. It's not fair. He's in front. I'm going quicker. Let me through. I'm the #1 champion. I should be let through. Right? He's not. What? So, Max, is he not allowed to fight for the title as well? Is he not allowed to fight for the title? Right? Because I'm sorry, he's allowed a title fight as well. He's only 5 points off Leclerc. And if you're fighting Leclerc for a title, then I'm sorry, right? Fucking Perez deserves a fucking shout as well. Perez, don't let him through, man. Fuck him. Fuck him. Right? Let him absolutely moan like hell. No, here we go. Yeah, let's let him through. Yeah, there you go. Let's let him through. I knew that was coming. We don't favour one driver over the other at Red Bull. Bollocks. Absolute bollocks. Oh no, what have Ferrari done now? They've dropped Sainz right in the middle of this. They've dropped him right behind Ricciardo, and now he can't get past Ricciardo. Now he's losing silly amount of time. Ferrari are literally brain dead. They are brain dead. Oh, just had to take a brain Rooney the paw on there to get past. To be fair, like, we're calling out people. Sebastian Vettel is 4th right now. Sebastian Vettel is started 10th. He's in 4th position. Russell 3rd. We've seen one of the McLarens will peel in. That's Ricardo. Ocon's in as well. Come on. Oh. Bearing in mind I'm live later with a Nottingham Forest Tottenham Hotspur watch-along on SFeatleyTV later on today. 4:15 start, so make sure you're there. Verstappen now leads the Belgian Grand Prix. Go on, Sainz. And gets past Vettel into 4th. Russell's boxed. Russell, the sole remaining Mercedes, is boxed. There you go, and there's McLaren's Norris making a pit stop as well. We're now seeing Leclerc, who's closing up on... That'll be Stroll. So that'll be up to 5th for Leclerc now. Verstappen, don't forget, still needs to make a pit stop. So does Perez. So Verstappen's quite happy the way things are right now. Let's have a look at the commentary actually. Ricardo.
Front, top left toggle turn 5. Top left toggle turn 5. This lap.
That's probably just before he pitted. Verstappen. And Perez has made his pit stop. Perez stops. Sainz is going to get out way ahead. Is Leclerc going to get ahead? Is Leclerc going to get a toe on him? Go on, Perez. Go on, Perez. Go on. Sorry, Leclerc. What am I on about? Go on, Leclerc. Jesus Christ, man. Jesus wept. Super difficult, and they nearly took each other out. Why is my battery low? There you go. Jeez, like Perez was literally about in millimeters from taking both him and Leclerc out of this Grand Prix, and a massive shunt at the end of the Caue Straight. As Verstappen pits. So now Verstappen pits and is still ahead of Leclerc, who's now getting caught by Russell, and go on, Russell, go on! Get in! Yes! Brilliant, absolute brilliant by Russell, right? Outperforming the Mercedes again. If only Hamilton was in this race. Jeez. Right, could have a stellar of a weekend. But so it's the way it goes sometimes. Let me see how close is it. Look, I mean, like, fuck's sake. He even touched him. Jesus Christ. The Sainz got to keep up the pace at the minute. So, like, Sainz is happy with the way things are right now. Let me just go back with what Leclerc had to say in that radio message. Right, let's have a look. Let's see what he was doing. Why is that turned off? I don't know why that turned off. So, at the moment, we've got Sainz. Let's have a look at the... Right, so let's have a look at the race as it is, the live leaderboard. So Carlos Sainz, one pit stop leads the race. Max Verstappen in second, Perez third. Oh, like the McLaren had to go off road there, and it's given Ocon the opportunity to go down the outside. Even the outside of Williams, he takes both. Stellar move by Ocon. Oh, Mick Schumacher, no! Oh, Mick Schumacher ran the inside of Le Rouge on Latifi. That just shows what Latifi is as a driver. I'm sorry, mate, but you're shit. Russell 4th, Leclerc 5th, Alonso 6th. Tsunoda 7th, Albon in 8th, Sebastian Vettel in 9th after his pit stop. 10th is Ocon, and Max is... Oh, Max is going to take the lead here. I give in. I give in with Ferrari. I really do. Max takes the lead. Max takes the lead of the Belgian Grand Prix. It's like playing this on fucking amateur mode. Honestly. And like the F1 AI on the game, they have to stick with sticking on the pit stop they planned, whether it rains or not, or whether they start playing it on amateur mode, man. For fuck's sake. Jesus Christ. So that's Max in the lead now. Max in the lead of the Grand Prix. And he'll probably now sail into the distance and go on and win the race. If he wins this race, Max, it's done. It's done. It's a matter of when. When is it? Where is he? And where? When is he going to win it? And where is he going to win it? It's just Ferrari just don't know what the fuck they're doing. They literally don't. They've came into this season with the fastest car, like by a mile, and yet still they can't compete. Their management's shit, and it's been like that since John Todd and Ross Brawn left. Really, yes, Stefano Domenicali saw them win one championship. But they bottled 2010. They bottled 2012. I'm sorry, but Ferrari just don't know what they're doing anymore. Formula 2 and Albon Academy driver. Do one. There you go. Could be a possible candidate for a seat. Sainz suffered a bit of porpoising there. Or was that Leclerc? Leclerc. Right, and what's going on with Caue? Let me try and repeat that. You alright, mate?
How you doing, mate? I've got a couple of minutes, so I thought I'd join you.
Yeah, no worries, man. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Apart from watching Verstappen win this game on amateur mode, yeah, I'm alright.
I mean, he deserves the world title this year.
Yeah, I can't deny it on this one.
Yeah, he's been by far and away the best driver this year. And do you know what? Red Bull have done the best with the regs. Somehow,
I would also say though, but to be fair, Ferrari have given him so many opportunities.
Oh yeah, no, but like, you know, everyone thought they were going to go backwards with the new measurement for the flexi floor, and they've only gone further afield.
Yeah.
What did you make of the Lewis incident?
As much as I love Lewis, that's kind of on him. To be fair, it wasn't like Alonso was barging. I thought originally he was forcing him too wide, but when looking at you look at it on the replay, he was tucked in the curb, Alonso. So there's not much he could have done. Yeah, I think Lewis just took a little bit too much.
And ironically enough, the safety car brought Max further into play then.
I know. It was such a good start as well. Like,
yeah, it was. But when do you reckon Max is going to wrap up the title then?
Probably somewhere like Mexico, somewhere like that. It depends how many opportunities Ferrari keep giving him.
You know, I find it interesting that, you know, when the Mercs are dominating, you know, when the hybrid era started, when, you know, it was Rosberg and Hamilton that were 2-3 seconds ahead. There's not the same amount of tears about Verstappen being ahead of everyone else like there was when the Mercs were ahead.
Oh, mate, yeah, I've already said this. I'll tell you now, the German Grand Prix in 2018 is, but Hamilton won it from 14th on the grid, right?
Yeah.
Now, after the Grand Prix, right, he heard everything that Sky had been saying. All they said is the team did this, the team did that, the team did this, the team did that. So he put a tweet out saying, "Oh yeah, yeah, the team did great, but don't ISO deserve some credit for actually driving the car?" Right? And then obviously Rosberg, who was by this point trying to make up for all the shit he said by being up his arse, like immediately come out and said, "Yeah, you actually did really well." Blah 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 blah. Right? And I get this all the time. Anyone that's sat there and bitched about Hamilton having the best car, right? Like in 2020 where he last won this race, right? If you're bitching about that, then you should be bitching about Verstappen then. But I don't hear that from Verstappen. All I hear is, "Oh, look at that. He's gone from 14th to 6th in 4 laps. Oh my God." And I'm like, well, hang on. Hamilton's done that numerous times, and you just sit there and say, "Oh, it's the car." Well, which one is it? That really does frustrate me as a Hamilton fan.
Unfortunately, it's always down to a race, isn't it? Unfortunately, it's what it comes down to. No one says it about Schumacher dominating those 5 years with Ferrari.
Yeah.
Either. So no one says it about the 88 season when McLaren literally won every single race by one.
Yeah, if it weren't for actually them being 2 DNFs in that Grand Prix, they would have won both.
Yeah, so it's unfortunate one of those things, but I do agree with you. It was 100% his fault, and Alonso literally had nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
He was ahead of him, so there was no need to be that close to the.
Yeah, I think he just I think he probably expected Alonso to back out of it a bit, and also I feel is that he probably just lost his judgment there a little bit. I think because it wasn't that much it wasn't like completely wiped across the side. It was just taking off on the front axle. So I think
it's still a poor mistake, though.
Yeah, it is still a poor mistake. I'm not going to deny that, but even the greatest even did that. I remember like Schumacher before he got pole in Monaco, which the reason he got put up to the back of the grid, his last pole position in qualifying, he got put to the back of the grid because he anticipated Senna to go left or right in Spain and didn't, and then got caught out. So even the best make mistakes like that, even now. So, but yeah, like I said, it's a shame that Lewis that incident occurred, but I don't think it'd have any impact on the Grand Prix. To be fair, I think even then, even if the safety car brought Max further into play, you still had another 20 odd. We still got another 20 odd laps to do yet. So he would have still at this pace he would have still caught the Ferraris and overtaken them.
So I remember asking you at the start of the season what Merc should do with this new zero pod design, and you said they should go with it, right? And how far they get. Well, we're after the winter break. They're even further behind now. So do you reckon the Mercs need to right off the season and look to next year, maybe redesign the car?
They need to look at next season, and if they're going to develop anything for this car, use it as a test bed for next season. Because they'll also get more. They will get more development time as well, and the last thing you want to do is give a team that's dominated for so long more time in the wind tunnel. So next season, I do feel they'll probably get back on top of the rules and find their way back again, because there's such a. And I've said this before. If Mercedes had that Ferrari, trust me, it would have been an all-out war because between Russell, Verstappen, and I won't even include Perez or just say Hamilton because Perez won't get a look in because Jos Verstappen will probably lose his shit otherwise.
Well, I mean, that seems to have happened now, hasn't it? You know, with the development route the Red Bulls have taken, because up until Monaco, he was there with him, and then they've changed the development route, and look what's happened.
Yeah.
So, you know, unfortunately, Max controls the team, and there's not a lot you can do about that.
Yeah, exactly. Because they know, like, in the end, he that's. I knew that as soon as he was made world champion, I was like, Perez is never going to get a look in. Yeah, but Hamilton, and do you know what's the thing? Hamilton, everyone had a go at Hamilton for doing the same thing at Mercedes, but you don't hear anything about that either. For Max, you say it's perfectly legitimate for Max, but it's not for Hamilton.
Welcome to the world we live in, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know, mate. Trust me.
So, do you reckon the Mercs are going to be back next year, or do you reckon the Red Bulls are so far ahead?
No, I don't think they're that far ahead that they can't be caught. Right, I do feel they will be back. If I was them, I'd use this car to make any developments they want to make. Stroll trying to get past Ricciardo, and then he went round the outside of Reivews. That would have been brave.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, if I was them, I'd use the car as a test bed to see what can be improved because the rules aren't changing, barely changing next year.
But
so you could use this car to develop the car further to see what they can find for next year.
But the problem is they don't seem to understand. But the thing is, we're over halfway through the season, and they're still no closer to understanding why the cars as draggy as it is, and they can't get the rears working. They can't seem to keep the tires. Like they can't get an explanation. I would be slightly worried about that.
I would be, yeah. I'm slightly worried, but there's not a lot. There's not a lot they can do. It's not like back in the day where you could test and test and test and test and test to your heart's content, right? Which is what the Schumacher era did. Everyone says like, yeah, but right, why is it Mercedes to take it if Hamilton's better speed as good as Schumacher? Why is it taking him so long to develop this new generation car? And I mean, Schumacher could develop that car as much as he wanted to at Maranello. Right now, you are under strict development guidelines. You can't, unless it's an official test, you can't actually test any of these cars unless you've got a wind tunnel that corresponds well with what's going on in the circuit. So that's why it's taken so much longer for Mercedes to look like they can. I still think they will win a Grand Prix at some point.
That's a brave statement. That
I stand by it, and I'll die on the hill for it, mate. But like in the end, to be fair, if they don't, well, I'll tell you what, Hamilton's run of winning in every single season up till 2022, which might be the season before he retires, right? It's not a bad record.
Yeah, but I guarantee there'll be some pissed off fans if Mercedes drop that record.
Yeah, well, in the end, records do come to an end, right? I mean, for God's sake, it should have been eight, and Ferrari in the pits. Sainz is boxed, but they told Leclerc to box.
Ferrari doing Ferrari things.
I haven't got a clue what. I've said this from time. The management, right? their management has been shit since John Todd and Ross Bourne. Since they left, they've won 1 title, 1 constructor title, 2 drivers titles. That was in 2007, 2008, straight after they left, when the cars didn't really change. Right?
Sorry, you mean the 2 constructors, 1 drivers? You mean sorry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But after that, they didn't win. They haven't had the management structure at all to make the tough calls to go and win the race. I mean, for example, they should be trying to help Leclerc get up the field, and it's like they're deliberately making him fall back behind the grid. I mean, like, Hungary, for God's sake. I was like, did they want Leclerc to win this, or are they trying to sabotage him?
Well, Silverstone was the biggest. I mean, don't you remember Silverstone? Silverstone,
we nearly won it. Yeah, Hamilton nearly won the damn thing.
Yeah.
If it weren't for the safety car, right, we would have won it. To be fair, because they were too busy arguing with each other. And yet Leclerc was so many points in front of Sainz already, right? Whereas if that was John Todd or Ross Bourne, they would have just said, right, okay, Schumacher's going for it. And people say, yeah, well, because it's Schumacher. No, it's because Schumacher had the most points by that stage in the season. If he's got to the halfway stage with more points than him, then I would be favouring him to try and win the title. Like, it's just common sense.
Yeah, of course.
But at the minute, it's just like, either they don't know how to be able to bring race victories home as Ricardo looks up into the chicane, right? Or Verstappen's gone and paid some of the freaking staff.
What do you make of the Ricardo situation? Do you reckon that's the last we've seen of him in Formula 1?
I'd be surprised if no one picks him up. I would be surprised if no one picks him up.
Okay, so I don't think Haas and Williams can afford him. There's talk of Alpine. There's talks of Alpine being linked heavily.
Is he leaving like the McLaren group altogether?
Yeah, even the McLaren group.
Yeah, because they're taking over Mercedes in Formula E apparently. So I thought if they were staying if they're going in that, then maybe that could have been an option.
Yeah, but I feel like Formula E is like death.
Yeah, I think Formula E Formula E I think would have been too easy for him, to be fair. He's a lot better than most of those drivers in that series. And to be fair, sometimes when you've got like the worst off F1 competing in a series, it's kind of fun because they are taking each other out. As Perez pits as a response, going on to the harder tyre. Surprised they're going on the harder tyre actually. I thought he'd go on the soft.
Well, no, the degradation.
No, actually, yeah, good point. They started on mediums in the first place.
Yeah.
And look, there you go. Red Bull just counteracts what they're doing. I mean, it's like playing it on F. Have you seen the new F1 manager?
Yeah, I've got it. I enjoy it. It's a really good game.
Is it a really good game?
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking of buying it. I just don't know if I've got the time.
I would recommend getting it.
Oh, right, okay. Is it really hard, or is it once you know what to do? Once
you know what to do, like you can figure it all out. So, but like, it's pretty accurate. Like if you're with one of the lower teams, how you struggle to develop the car and everything like that. It's genuinely, like, if you have time for it, it's genuinely worth a play. Like, I'd recommend it. It's better than the F1. It's better than this year's F1 game, like by far.
I might consider buying it then.
Yeah, no. Like if you're a fan of all the sort of management management style games, it's definitely worth it.
Yeah, definitely. Cause
Yeah, it's probably the like I said, it's probably the best F1 game this year.
wow.
And I
Would it be because like the thing that I haven't done my team yet on F1 on the actual F1 game.
right.
Because I was thinking, if I do my team, what's the point in doing that if you can then go on F1 Manager and basically do it from there?
This is better than this is better than this year's my team.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
No, 100. If you're gonna pick a game this year, if you're gonna pick an F1 game this year, you pick up F1 Manager.
I'll definitely have a look at it then, mate. Trust me.
So what do you reckon needs to change at Merc for next season?
They need to develop the engine for a start.
Well, the engine, but there's an engine for development freeze, though, isn't there?
Oh yeah, that's the point. So they're fucked on that one. They need to work out. They need to release more drag out the car. Because because I saw I think it was it Perez was it Hamilton on Perez, or like at the start of this Grand Prix, I believe it was. No, George was trying to get Perez, right? And Perez just, even though George had DRS, Perez was just out dragging him. And I'm just like, we've gone from the most reliable, most powerful engine to the shittest. Right? We've got one that's really reliable, but it's just shit.
Yeah, so it's that whole thing. Would you rather be quick but in an unreliable car, or slow in a car that always finishes?
Yeah.
So,
but I do feel they need. I think they'll learn how to get some more drag out of this car. The thing I do find with Mercedes is that they as much as they've had problems in 2018 they had problems with the car at the start of the season. They do find their way eventually. Obviously with cost caps and God knows what else, it's a lot tougher to catch up once you're behind. But they usually find some way of getting back there. So, like a well-oiled team like that are multiple world champions, you don't just lose all of that within the space of a season, right? So they'll find their way back.
Apologies to everyone who's like watching the stream and stuff, but there's literally nothing to talk about. Like Max Verstappen is
Max Verstappen is like 26 seconds ahead. He's literally decided I'm gonna just play this on like not even on hard mode, medium.
I don't even think he's on medium mode anymore. I just think,
I think he's now just like, come on guys, come and catch me.
Like Max Verstappen is in utter cruise control but it's going to, and for those who think it's going to take it's going to take a miracle for anyone other than a Max Verstappen to win the title.
Yeah.
And fair play, for all the talk everyone had last year about being undeserved and a gifted world title. I think there's not a single person on the planet that can question this world title this year.
Oh no! Like I said, if he wins it legitimately, I'll always say well done. But if you're going to win it like you did last season, you can piss off. But like I said, sometimes I'm like, right, you've won. Sometimes I feel like just saying like, well done, Max, you've won your first title.
That's one of those. Right, mate, I've got to shoot, but I just thought I'd quickly join in because I had a couple of minutes.
No worries, man. No worries. Thanks for keeping us entertained.
No. Thanks for having us. Hopefully I'll speak to you really soon. Look after yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyway, speak to you soon, mate.
Speak to you soon, mate. Bye. Right. as he said, there's literally not much else to go on. Leclerc's catching Vettel, which he'll get down the Kemmel straight here quite easy, to be fair. And he takes 5th. Schumacher now in the pit lane in 18th position. Lewis is doing well. Funny. Very funny. Yeah. No matter what, it doesn't matter, mate. Still a 7-time world champion. Right, and it's going to take a monumental effort to get someone back up there again. They'll find a way back. So Max is now 9 set off. Do you know what? You might as well just like stop it now. Like, it's mad. Lando Norris trying to get past the Alfa Romeo of Bottas. No, it's not Bottas. Bottas is out, so it has to be who's the other one? Zhou. As we've got now coming through Albon, who's got himself up to 11th, so he's just outside the points. Shame really, because I think he was in the points at one point. Yeah. Alright, mate. How's things? Seen you in a while? Voice of Lewis Hamilton retiring from the race. Yeah. Another fastest lap by Max. Why have I got safety car deployed? I've spent all that time in safety car deployed mode. What a mug. Idiot. Steven, you're an idiot. Get a grip. So Verstappen is just gradually increasing his lead over his teammate quite easily. It's just a shame because I'd like to see Perez have a fair fight for this title, you know. Like, he deserves a shout. Like, he deserves an equal opportunity. Otherwise, what's the point? You know, what's the point in racing in like Formula 1 if you're just going to be second to someone's teammate all the time? So Ricciardo's in. Ocon's been in. 3.3, that's a bit slow. Ricciardo is a bit slow as well. 3. Is that 2? No, 2.5. Sorry. Wow, that's quite quick actually. My bad. Have you really, mate? It's good to know. Still believing in their bullshit, or have you given up actually and figured out the truth? So I tell you what, I know the truth. But there you go. So we got Ricciardo trying to get past Tsunoda for 14th in a minute. And this is why Ricciardo's been dropped from McLaren Group. This is why he's been dropped. He's just not good enough. It's not been good enough for McLaren. I'm sorry, right? McLaren was supposed to be that team that was going to go on and try and challenge the top 3 this season, and they haven't done so. I mean, Norris is doing well already, but again, it's just not enough by McLaren. They need. McLaren have seemed like they're like off the bubble at some point. They either have. They've got so many markets to look at, and you're like, well, pick a market and go on it. If you're focused on the F1, focus on the F1. If you want to focus on sports cars, focus on sports cars, right? Because at the moment, teams like Mercedes and Red Bull are being able to pull ahead of you, and it's been like that way for ever since. So Science on the radio, what happens if we 3-stop, finish behind Russell for P4? This is bonkers. Vote driver of the day. Well, I think you can only vote one person. I think you can only vote for Max on that one. That camera is just something else. I love those cameras. Velby. Okay. How you doing, mate? Lewis can't race. Yeah, 1, 2. Let me sit here and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 titles, and you're telling me he can't race again, right? Just the Lewis Hamilton here, as usual. Oh, Ocon's going to go around that side bare of him. It's kind of reminiscent of Mick Hakkinen and Schumacher. Is Ocon going to do him any outside? Oh, what a move. Oh, that looked like what happened with Ricardo Zonta and Schumacher and Hakkinen. Jeez, that was a move. That was a really, really, really good move. Good move. So look, Ocon gets the toe from both, goes around the outside, still gets a little, just breaks super late and gets it done. That Alpine is like one of the stars of the field this season. I do feel Alpine are on their way up. And if they carry on like the way they are, they've got to be challenging soon. And here comes Vettel into the... Really good. Sir Lewis. Sir Lewis Hamilton is the... I know who to vote for. Clearly you fucking don't. Clearly you don't. If you're calling Hamilton the Ryan Bruce of F1, you clearly know fuck all about it. You clearly actually know fuck all. Honestly. it's like calling a multiple Premier League title winner. Like, it's like calling a Premier League manager that's won 7 odd league titles or something like that, right? That he's the, I don't know, Gareth Southgate of managers. Honestly, Hamilton, the rebooter of F1, give me a break. Coming into the final 7 laps of this Grand Prix, Verstappen leads with Perez second, Sainz third, Russell fourth, Leclerc in fifth. And by the way, thanks for helping out with the watch, Joe. It really does help. Yeah, last. Oh, mate. What happened in Abu Dhabi? Tell me. Tell me. You tell me what happened in Abu Dhabi. And you're telling me that he's a cheat. Right? Who fixed what? Who fixed what? Right? That's how you know fuck all. Because if the rules were followed, Hamilton would have been an 8-time world champion. Right? But no, Red Bull had to fucking get in their ear and tell the referee what to do. Right? The fucking evidence is there. Right? Safety car has to come in. Right? I'll be rude to Verstappen as much as I want. In the end, right? Safety car comes in at the end of the following lap, not the same lap. The following lap after you've let the cars through, not the same, right? So that meant he would have finished behind the safety car. That's the rules. Fuck your agreements about, oh, well, you don't want to let it finish behind the safety car. That doesn't comply when it comes to safety regulations. Right? And if you think that's appropriate to break fucking safety car regulations that many drivers have died for, right, and have given up their lives in this sport so they can have safety car regulations, if you think that's fucking legit, right, to have the sport break that so they can get an ending of Verstappen taking a title, which, to be fair, on the night he did not deserve because he was fairly beaten fair and square, but because they want their last lap finish. If you think that's fucking general and you actually want to support a sport, right, that wants to get its finish the way it wants, rather than think about safety of drivers and everything else, then please do me a favour, fuck off, watch it somewhere else. We don't need fucking fans thinking it's acceptable to break safety regulations. Right? Fucking hell. Antoine Hubert died 3 years ago at this Grand Prix. Right? And you're saying it's legit to break fucking regulations? Get out of here. Get out of here. Right? You go tell his parents that. Yeah? You go tell Jules Bianchi's parents that. Yeah? Fuck me. Honestly, what do these idiots live on? Honestly. Right? And by the way, if it was the other way around, I'll be saying the same damn thing. right? Because I ain't a flip-flop. I don't just fucking be biased, right? And fucking stick to Hamilton all the time, right? If Hamilton got it the way Verstappen got it last season, I would have been saying, no, that's wrong. Because you broke regulations. Right? Because I ain't a fucking hypocrite. Nor am I a liar. Unlike some people from some other channel. But I can see you've clicked. Must be here. He must be coming back. Because he's obviously turned up here. He still believes in that bollocks. There you go. Yeah. That was pre-season. What the fuck are you on about? Abu Dhabi. What is he on about? This is the problem. So George Russell at the minute, could he catch Sainz? Surely not. Don't forget there will be news show this week. There will be F1 news shows this week. We'll be going through the new regulations for 2026. Monday or Tuesday, whenever is so yeah, we'll be doing news shows about 2026. The new 2026 regulations, that is. We will be doing a driver's market as well to give you the latest like driver moves and like list rumours about who's going to take what seat for 2023.
What's the line?
It's the racing incident that turn at the turn 5.
Jesus.
Verstappen started 15th and within 18 laps he took the lead.
Fair enough, actually. Good on him.
It's like he's playing this on that. Well, the Ferrari don't help themselves.
Well, no, good on him. Like, still takes the time to get driver.
Mm.
So, okay, careful. What like it? Mom's about to be home in a minute.
Uh-huh. Hamilton is a stats man. This ain't football, you fucking idiot. Hamilton is a stats merchant. He doesn't. No. This guy, no, you ain't know the last of this. Nah. Not when someone wants to look at a channel that will openly call me a racist.
Don't be a bad person, don't you come?
Nah.
Otherwise, you just put him fuel in the fire.
Anyway. You're right then. You're right, boy.
Jump. Come on. You're not that fucking lazy.
Yeah, he's not that stupid.
Come on.
He's not that stupid.
Okay. Why don't you come up?
Ba, 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 da, da. 3 laps to go, and my god, it's been boring as hell. It's like playing it on amateur mode for him at the minute. It's fucking... I think Ferrari have given up. That's it. It's a matter of when he will win it. not where, not if. Sorry. At least it will be a legitimate championship. It's just an opinion. Verstappen, in my opinion, is a better driver. Right. So he's doing exactly what Lewis would do in the Merc when he was in his Merc, and everyone moaned it's the car. But when Verstappen does it, oh my God, it's the next coming of frigging Senna. How many titles has he won compared to Lewis? How many Grand Prix? I mean, for God's sake, Verstappen's not even gone past 20. Bottas's record of 20 pole positions. For God's sake. And you're saying he's a better driver? He's not. He don't even tie Hamilton's shoelaces yet. He don't even tie his shoelaces. No. He don't even tie the shoelaces, let alone polish them. Thanks for the help for the watch hours. Helps. Right, we're live at 4:15 on SFeatleyTV as well with a watch along between Nottingham Forest and Tottenham. So if you want to come and subscribe, make sure you go and subscribe to that channel. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the share button as well. Of course, as we all know, the Leclerc pitting the lap before so he could set the fastest lap point, but there you go. Yeah, so oh, don't. Fernando Alonso could be getting fifth here. Jesus. What are Ferrari doing? You've just given up fit. Honestly, if Mercedes had that car, they'd be walking this championship by now. I'm telling you. If Ferrari give your car to Mercedes, they'll show you how it's done. It's not. Mate, go away, go watch some F1 history, then come back and talk. Because I'm sorry, what you're talking breeze. Absolute waffle. Absolute waffle. And this is exactly my point. Right? Hamilton does this sort of thing. It's only the car. Max does this sort of thing. Oh, it's like Senna. But at least this time, A, the Dutch fans are way away from the circuit, so they don't cover the freaking circuit in dust, in smoke. And B, at least they'll win it without the FIA's help. At least that's a cert. The yellow flag, sector 1. What's happened here? So Red Bull win it. Max Verstappen takes the win. Red Bull take second as well. Sainz gets third. And Russell fourth. And people will go on about Red Bull and that, yeah. First of all, right, this is exactly what I've seen before from Hamilton. 2, right, I know Mercedes are at least fighting that division. He's goated when he becomes a 7-time world champion. If he gets there. He'll be better if he gets over 100 race wins. If he beats Hamilton's records, then you can talk. Until then, pipe down. But anyway, let us so Red Bull, let's how do I end this? Oh yeah, I'll end you on this. Right, let's have a look. I'm going to take you back just before you go. Get an apology stream when he becomes an 8-time champion. Alright, mate. And by the way, I ain't apologising to you ever, mate. Friends don't turn on each other over stuff that's not even proven to be true. Remember that. Remember that. And before you go, I'll be careful supporting Red Bull. Red Bull sacked team member after racist texts emerged in Lewis Hamilton's crash aftermath. Right? And that's not the only thing. Let's go. There you go. There's another one as well. Under fire for posting a video on its website featuring people in blackface. The footage shot during a Red Bull event in Moscow, where contestants launched themselves into the flying machine, features a man in a President Obama mask and two others in face chasing a banana in front of a banner that reads Red Bull. Why Red Bull should be banned from the sport. If the sport cares about diversity, inclusion, right, and all the things that it says We Racers One message does, this team should be sold to someone else, right? Because this is not the only incident. This is many others. But I just thought I'd enlighten you on that one. Enlighten you. I don't believe a thing. Do you know what's funny, mate? I don't believe a word you say. Right? Because there used to be a time you would come on my streams and my shows, but you decide to believe something you didn't even know is true, and it wasn't even true. It wasn't. Right? Just remember that. Right? Anyway, we're going to leave it there. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the share button, and right, we're going to be heading over to SFeatleyTV and we're doing a watch along to Nottingham Forest versus Tottenham. And don't worry, we'll be having real friends come on. Yeah, should be a blast watching Nottingham Forest and Tottenham play each other. That'll be fun. But yeah, make sure you hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe, and we'll see you soon.